A perfect vote, dream or illusion? Can we design a voting system that always reflects the will of the people? Imagine a system where every voice is heard, where the outcome truly represents the collective preference. This is the tantalizing dream of a perfect voting system, a system free from manipulation and paradox. But is such a system attainable, or is it merely an illusion, a mathematical chimera forever out of reach? The quest for a perfect voting system is not merely an academic exercise, it lies at the heart of democracy, a system that relies on the aggregation of individual preferences to make collective decisions. The system we choose, the rules we set, have profound implications for the legitimacy and effectiveness of our democratic institutions. The first cracks in the dream of a perfect voting system appeared in the late 18th century, thanks to the work of French mathematician and philosopher Marquis de Condorcet. Condorcet explored the dynamics of voting, seeking a system that could consistently translate individual preferences into a collective choice. What he discovered, however, was not a solution but a paradox. Condorcet's paradox, as it came to be known, demonstrates that even when individual preferences are rational and consistent, the outcome of a majority vote can be irrational and cyclical. Imagine three candidates, A, B, and C, and three voters with the following preferences. Voter 1 prefers A over B over C, Voter 2 prefers B over C over A, and Voter 3 prefers C over A over B. In pairwise comparisons, A beats B, B beats C, but C beats A, creating a cycle where no clear winner emerges. Condorcet's paradox planted the seeds of doubt, but it was Kenneth Arrow who delivered the decisive blow to the dream of a perfect voting system. In his groundbreaking work, Social Choice and Individual Values, Arrow formulated his Impossibility theorem, a mathematical proof that sent shockwaves through the fields of economics and political science. Arrow's theorem establishes that no voting system can simultaneously satisfy a set of seemingly reasonable criteria, including unrestricted domain. All possible preference orders are allowed. Non-dictatorship, no single individual determines the outcome. Pareto efficiency, if everyone prefers A to B, then A should win. And independence of irrelevant alternatives. The ranking of A and B should not be affected by the presence or absence of C. Section 4. Navigating the Labyrinth, a comparison of voting systems. Arrow's theorem tells us that a perfect voting system is a mathematical impossibility. However, this does not mean that all voting systems are created equal. In the real world, we encounter a variety of voting systems, each with its own strengths and weaknesses. The most common system, plurality voting, simply selects the candidate with the most votes, even if they lack a majority. While simple plurality voting is vulnerable to vote splitting and may not accurately reflect the preferences of the electorate. Runoff voting attempts to address this by holding a second election between the top two candidates, ensuring a majority winner. However, this system can be costly and may still fail to capture the nuances of voter preferences. Section 5. The Mathematician's Toolkit, unveiling the flaws. This is where the power of mathematics comes into play. By applying mathematical tools and models, we can analyze the properties of different voting systems, identify their strengths and weaknesses, and understand how they might behave under different circumstances. Game theory, for example, allows us to explore how voters might act strategically under different voting rules, potentially leading to outcomes that differ from their sincere preferences. Social choice theory provides a framework for understanding the aggregation of individual preferences and the challenges of achieving a collective choice that reflects the will of the people. Section 6. The Imperfect Dance, Democracy's Constant Evolution. The quest for a perfect voting system may be a mathematical impossibility, but this should not discourage us from striving for a more perfect democracy. Democracy is not a static ideal, but an ongoing experiment, a constant process of refinement and adaptation. By understanding the limitations of our voting systems, by embracing the insights of mathematics and social choice theory, we can make informed decisions about how to design and reform our democratic institutions. The journey towards a more perfect democracy is a continuous dance between the aspirations of the people and the realities of our imperfect world.